quickly. Meeting access. Okay, I can do that. All right, so I think I'm good to go to actually kick off, and since we have a good amount of people in here, um, yeah. So let me even open my chat so that I'm sure that I can access everyone's message. All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Emmanuel. Good evening. Sorry, I can't really pronounce a lot of the names. Olusema, good evening, Oyekunle, good evening, Alex, good evening, Victor, and others that join in. Welcome in to this particular section of video editing, like building a successful career as a video editor in Nigeria. And before I even start anything, I really want to appreciate James for this opportunity, because he's really a wonderful person, and he has um, really done a lot. I think I met him sometime ending of last year or beginning of this year, and one of the things that I really love about him is his ability to market, his ability to outreach. Like he's the kind of person that prefers sending emails than even doing the editing in the first place. So I really appreciate him for this opportunity. And thank you very much, sir. So I think I'm just going to go straight to the whole thing. For those that don't know me, I'm Samuel. Um, that's my name. Online, I kind of recognize my brand as Samo Visuals, but I'm Samo. Very simple. In Nigerian video editor. I've been a video editor for the past 2 years. But professionally, I've been a video editor for the past 2 years. Working, I think my first year I was working for just a Nigerian YouTuber for a whole year. And gradually, my second year, that's when I started to open up into actually the international space and actually trying to be a huge video editor while I was still doing my job. So that time I was working and I was building myself while trying to become a video editor at the same time. And it was a struggle for the whole 2 years. It was actually a struggle for the whole 2 years until I started to understand and realize some of the things that can actually help someone become huge in the video editing space. Now, presently, I've been able to quit my job due to video editing. I quit my job this January due to video editing. I am solely like a full-time video editor. Most of my clients, I have like 5 to 6 clients that I'm working under. Most of them, the 5 of them are actually international clients, and I get averagely like around $1,200 upwards in video editing. It's not much to where I'm targeting, but I've been able to grow, and the growth has taught me a lot of things. And some of the things I've learned along the way, especially in the Nigerian space, is one of the things that I want to share with us this night, because I know that some of us, some of us are still starting, some of us have been in the video editing space for a while some are still trying to know what to do, where to niche down. There are many things, there are many challenges, especially why I'm focusing on us in Nigeria, especially is because we have some limitations that actually limit us from actually being huge. And I've seen some other video, I've been able to network with some other Nigerian video editors that have been successful in this whole thing. And I know that it is possible for every one of us to actually be successful in this whole video editing space. So now I would love every one of us to be engaging in this because it's going to be communicative. I want to know how long. First of all, hope everyone can hear me. I want to be sure. Then second of all, how long have you been editing as a video editor? Just type on the chat how many years or how many months or how long you've been editing. Let me know averagely how long most of us have been in the editing space. I know some people might be older than me in the editing space, possibly. Some people might just be starting last month. So just type on the chat right here so that I will know how long every one of us have been around the editing space. I want to see the chat. Okay, 3 years. Started as an intern. Wow, that's nice. Any other person? Any other person? Let me know quickly. Around 2 years. Okay. Abdul Hamid. You say around 2 years. Others, let me know. I want everyone to engage. Please just drop it on the chat. 2 years. Okay, James, senior man, 4 years. I did hail like that. 2 years. All right. So now we are, from what I'm seeing, we have good amount of people that have been at length, going into a year now, at length in the video editing space. And what makes it that one of the things that helped me personally, though, as I said, I'm just 2 years, so I know that some people are older than me in the video editing space. But in these 2 years, I've learned so much, and my growth has been so rapid that a lot of people that have been around the video editing area, I think if I was to calculate the amount of years I used to do video editing in church, all those kind of things, it can be up to 4 years and all this kind of thing. But professionally, I've been in the video editing space professionally for 2 years. And now I'm working with I think I'm working with a YouTuber that is having 140,000 subscribers. I have another agency that I'm working under that pays me like $300 per video. And they always have videos consistently. There was a time I actually had a lot of things. Now, the next question I'm going to be asking is, how many of us have been into the international space or are already currently working with video editors, clients in the international space outside of Nigeria? If you are in that category, just type 1 on the chat. How many of us have been able to bring our brand into the international space and started to earn in dollars? All right. So 1, James, 1. All right. So now, which means a lot of us have had a taste of the international space, which is very good. Now, as a Nigerian video editor, I think there are many things that limit us, especially to me. One of the major things that limit us is our knowledge or our exposure to the possibilities in video editing. So last year, middle of last year or something like that, I began to wonder because I met some people. I met a Nigerian video editor in Kaduna, and this guy earns like 8 to 9 million naira from video editing. And I was asking him questions like, isn't it the same? Because as of then, when I first started, I was just earning 25K or 50K as a video editor in a month. And I was thinking it was something because it was something I was doing with my job. But I was wondering, how is it possible for someone else to be able to scale that huge? Someone else to be able to become, and he's also a Nigerian like me. And he started to share a lot of things with me that made me understand, like, my perspective towards the whole video editing space has changed. And now that's why I really want us to first start to understanding the value of video editing and how important it is now. In this day of content creation, 80% of the content that is on the internet are videos. 80% of the content right now, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, everyone is going into the video format. TikTok, like most people consume videos, which also makes it that there are more creators. There are more creators than you can imagine. I was doing a research and I realized that on YouTube alone, we are getting up to over, I think, 20 billion uploads. Is it billion? Sorry, 20 million uploads every single day on YouTube. So 20 million creators create videos and they upload it on YouTube every single day. And each of those creators needs someone to edit their videos. So, which means it's not a lack of clients. There's something that might be limiting us, because you might think that the video editing space is saturated. Let me tell you, no, it is not saturated. A lot of international clients are looking for video editors. They are looking for, like, the rate at which you can find people that are looking for video, you can easily get clients once you understand that the value of video editing now. And it is a value that is growing because businesses now, for your business to grow in this day and age, you would have to at least have a form of content or a form of branding, personal branding. Your business has to have a form of personal branding. And for that to happen, you have to be able to post video content. And most business owners, they don't know how to go about this whole thing. And that is why the business owners themselves are the ones that even need video editors more. And they are the ones that will even pay the highest, which I'll get later into, because you can find someone that can pay you $500 per video. I got a video gig for $600. I think that was my biggest video gig initially, and I was like, wow, for one project. I got it like 2 months ago, and I was like, I now started to realize that some things are possible, and you can charge more once you understand the value of what you're actually doing. And that is why we need to understand our value, first of all, as video editors. And Nigerians have kind of watered down our value. So a Nigerian will come and meet you and tell you, edit this video for me, please. 10,000 naira, I will give it to you. Edit this video for me, 20,000 naira, I'll give it to you. For a video that you spend nothing less than 8 hours of work time or 2 days of work time doing, and you get 20,000 naira or you get 30,000 naira. I think my first client was paying me 25,000 naira in a month. My second client, still a Nigerian, paid me 60,000 naira per video. And as of then, I was looking at it like, okay, it's a big money. But later I started to realize that now, for the amount of work I did for him, I can't try that now and charge that same amount. That particular type of video that I did for him, I can't charge less than $200 for that type of video right now in this economy. And it's very important for us to understand our value. But you may be asking the question of, how can I be able to present myself valuable like that? How can I be able to charge a client 200,000 naira for a video? How can I be able to do that? And the thing is, if you know how to package yourself as someone of value, then people will actually consider you as someone of value. And not even only in the international space. The international space pays more because normally it's in dollars, and they understand the value more than us. The truth is that they understand the value of video editing more than us. And that is why it is important for us to know the major things that we need to do to place ourselves in that space of value. And I now gradually I started to realize that most of the video editing work is 60% of the video edit itself and 40% of business. And that is why we as video editors need to understand business. We need to understand how to market. We need to understand sales. We need to understand how to outreach. We need to understand how to email, how to pitch our value out. Don't look at video editing as a skill or just as a service. Now, video editing as a service is a limiting factor, but video editing as a business makes it that you can be able to expand your value. If you look at it as a skill, they will only pay you based on the amount of time that you're putting into it and what they even classify it as value. But once you start looking at this as a business, you can be able to charge huge for a smaller amount of video. So video editing is not a service. It can be a service for you, but if it is a service for you, you will find a bottleneck and you find yourself limited to the amount of clients that you can be able to reach and the amount of money that you can be able to charge a client. So it is important for you to start understanding that the skill, let me tell you the truth, the skill is less of the work. The skill is less of the work. I know most of us like fancy motion graphics. We like those things are wonderful. I spent 6 months. Presently I use DaVinci Resolve. I'm a professional video editor on DaVinci Resolve. I know most of us are using After Effects, Premiere Pro. Some of us are using CapCut here. If you are using CapCut here, let me know. Put on the chat. I'm going to tell you how you can actually as a CapCut designer, because There was a video editor I was talking with internationally. He's from Canada, and he earns $5,000 a month doing video editing, and he uses only CapCut. Only CapCut. He doesn't have any other video editing software on his laptop, but he's earning up to $5,000 from video editing. So it now makes it that it's not even about your software. It's about you understanding how to package your value and present your value out there. So now here's where I'm going to start majorly. So I did all these things to make us understand the importance of video editing, the value itself. See, the creators that are looking for video editors. I recently bounced a creator that was telling me $250 per video. I could not do it. Not that I could not collect him as a client, but the workload was too much on me at that moment. So I had to bounce him. And he was looking for people. But now the thing is that most businesses, most agencies, most people that really want to pay this amount of money, they need to know that it is someone they can trust, someone that they can give a video and they will know that that video will be well packaged. They will know that, okay, this video can actually perform, because they are not looking for videos that are just beautiful, but they are looking for videos that can convert into leads, that can convert into sales. That's what business owners are looking for. They are not just looking for videos that are fancy. And that's where we make the mistake. We see fancy graphics on the internet and we think that that fancy graphics equals a better video. Not necessarily. Most of the time it doesn't. So the business owners, the real people that can pay you huge money for this video edit, they are not looking for, what they are pitching for is not about fancy graphics. What they are pitching for is, how can this video convert into sales? How can it convert into business? For me personally, is everyone following me? I want to be sure everyone is following me. If you're following me, just drop on the chat a one on the chat. Let me be sure that so far everyone is following me on what I'm saying. Give me a second. Let me take water. All right. So now that is why you need to know the value of the video edit and how can you present yourself as valuable. Now, most of us, I know some of us will come with the question like how can I get international clients? How can I outreach? How can I actually get clients that can pay me huge? Nobody is going to pay you huge if they don't perceive you as a valuable expert. And you need to start packaging yourself as an expert. As an expert in the video editing space, you need to start packaging yourself as someone of value. And nobody would know your value. Now, I repeat this. Nobody will know your value if they don't see your value. And if you don't show your value, they won't know it. What do I mean by this? Is if you are hidden, some of us, we have social media pages. We don't know how to leverage those social media pages to actually show our value out there. And if you are hidden, nobody is going to know your value. No matter how good your edits are, if you are hidden, if you don't know how to build a brand for yourself, no one will know your value. And all you will be doing is outreaching to people. Let me tell you the truth. Once you outreach to someone, this is what happens. Once you outreach to a prospect or someone that you feel that is going to be a client for you, you outreach to him, hey, I'm a video editor, blah, blah, blah. See some of my work. Here's my portfolio, whatever. What the person will first check is not even the quality of your videos. They will go to your social media page. And what they will check is this guy actually who he says he is? So if you outreach, let's say on Twitter, you outreach to someone's DM on Twitter, the person will check before he even replies you, he will check your profile. This is what happens. He will check your profile and profile you. He will go through what you're posting and see who you are. Then from that, he has already made 70% of his judgment on you. He has already made 70% of his judgment on you before he even replies you. If you are emailing someone, and the person does not find a way, if you are outreaching, cold outreach, and the person does not find a way to verify who you say you are, then most of the time they will not even reply you. And that is why it's very important for us to build a value-based brand around ourselves, to actually show our value to people. It is very important. The moment I started to do this, I think this is where things started to change for me. This is where I got more inbounds from my X page. So on my X page, I opened my X page. I'm having like around 500 followers now, 497, almost 500. It's small, but I've gotten a lot of business owners, clients from this particular brand. So I opened this X page last year. It's not up to a year that I opened that X page, but I opened it specially for video editing. So what I did was, once I opened the account, I followed only video editors, first of all, to be able to build my network. I'm following video editors not just because I want to follow video editors. I'm following them because I want to see majorly video editing stuff on my feed so that I can get inspiration. So I started to build my account. Majorly, it is my professional account. That's where I do business deals. That's where I get clients. And that's where I do outbounds and inbounds. So I built that whole platform majorly for video editing. I unfollowed any other thing, all those things that you see on Twitter, all those celebrities, influencers. I don't follow any one of them. The only people I follow were video editors, strictly. To the extent that I streamlined my social media to only feed me video editing content. And this was deliberate because I was trying to build a presence. And for you to build a presence, you have to be able to connect with other people in that particular space. And this is important for people to recognize your value. Video editors themselves have to acknowledge your value. So you can't pitch out to clients when you are not even able to network around the video editing space. A lot of us are hidden. A lot of us, we only have a Facebook page. A lot of us, we have an Instagram, but we don't know how to use Instagram in terms of doing personal branding. And this is one of the things that actually limits us and makes us hidden from the international space. So it is very important for you to be able to build your media as a professional account, build your social media page. And it might seem very simple, but it is, to me, I feel it is the most important strategy, because that has helped me personally from experience get a lot of clients from that. There was a client that DM'd me, I think one of my first biggest clients that was paying me $250 per video. He said that he just scrolled through my profile and he just felt that this guy is good enough to handle my project. And he DM'd me without even in any interview and everything. He was like, "Guy, I really want you to work on my videos. Are you in on or not?" For sure, I was in that time because I was just starting out. But what happened was that I had built credibility from some of the things I had posted. I started to pitch myself as an expert in the video editing space. And that's why it's important for us to start pitching our value. Start putting ourselves as valuable. Now, not just the value. Now, there are many things that a lot of these clients expect. They don't want anyhow video editors. And most of us in Nigeria, we have a lot of limitations. One of our limitations is light. A lot of us don't have consistent lights where we are. Some of us have lights where we are consistent. Some of us, we don't have good network. There was a time a client sent me a 90 gig video file. One video, 90 gig of file. He recorded it in 8K. I don't know why. And sent me the whole thing, 90 gig. And as a Nigerian video editor, you will now start feeling like, where will I start downloading? That time where I was, my internet was bad. Everything was annoying. So I spent 2 days trying to download his video. I think that this was around September or October, November, I think. 90 gig large. I spent 2 days. I had to message him and say, "Sorry, sir, I can't edit this video. I can't even download it." I lost that client completely. I've forgotten how much. I think the video work was around $150 or so. Now I cannot try that to collect that kind of video for that price. But as of then, any dollar money was dollars like that. So he sent that large file. And some of all these things are our limitations. And what I used to do that period was I'll carry my laptop, because where I was, he said once had a client that sent me 100 gig. The truth is that most the clients that pay the best, they expect more from you, and that's why you have to build up your standard. So you can't have a client that will expect a video from you in 3 days, and you're sending it for him in 2 weeks. So which means that you are not a good video editor. And the thing is that once you become bad with one client, the word of mouth starts to flow around. It starts to flow around. So we need to find a way to break these our limitations. And my two major priorities as a video, my three priorities now, these are the three most limiting factors for us. Number one is network. Our network is bad. Our network speeds are low. That's one. Number two is light. Our light is not consistent. You see a video editor will tell you, sorry, I can't finish this video now because there's no light. You can't sell that to a client that is paying you $500 per video. You can't. So we need to start stepping up our game, and I'll tell us how we can start doing that. And the third limiting factor is our computers, our laptops, or our devices that we're using to edit. Some of us have crappy laptops. Some of us have very slow computers. Some of us have even on CapCut cannot even run properly on your laptop. If you're in that situation, let me know. Some of us still have those limitations whereby our computer itself is part of the limiting factor. And why I'm saying this is because these were things I faced myself. So what I did was, first of all, in order to solve the things like network problem, I had to find, now presently where I am, I'm using Starlink. I don't know if how many of us know Starlink. I'm using Starlink. I was able to get Starlink with someone. Me and the person actually bought. The person bought the Starlink. I am the one paying for the Starlink, so it was like a collabo indirectly because of he's a remote person. Him too, he does programming. I do video editing. We are living in the same compound, so he has a Starlink and I'm able to use it. But some of us don't already have that finances right now. What we can still do is try and see where you can be able to, which of the networks are faster for you, and be able to reach out with that. Now, in terms of things like light, what I did was I used to carry my laptop to offices that has generator or something. They have consistent light. And that's how I was able to be doing client work until I had money to buy my own generator. Later on, I was able to buy a generator in my house. And that is this small, like, to show that I actually started from scratch. So is this small Tiger generator? That's what I was using to power my laptop. Eventually, when I was able to save money, I was able to buy a power station. I don't know how many of us know a power station. A power station. I bought one power station that can handle my laptop for, I think, 10 hours. Presently, it's even the power station that is working. My light is off. So the power station was able to handle my laptop, my fan, just some few of my appliances. And that was how I was able to at least find a way, a situation out of light issue. So if you are not ready to take this video editing stuff serious, some of us, we still find these things as limitations, and we find them as an actual proper excuse to tell your clients. So someone will send you a project and you say, sorry, I don't have light. It's not that person's business. And once you start saying those kind of things, the person will lose trust in you. He's already starting to find another solution for who is going to give the video. So it is your responsibility to find solutions to any limitation you have. And if you find any of these things as a limitation, stay at a particular level till you can build out of that limitation. So for example, when the laptop I was using initially when I started was, I think, a Core i5, but it was a slow laptop. It was 8 gig RAM, a laptop with HDD and everything. It was slow for video editing. And I was running DaVinci Resolve. For anyone that uses DaVinci Resolve is powerful. It's also like the way After Effects draws a lot of power. That's how DaVinci Resolve uses a lot of power. And I knew that I wanted to do fancy motion graphics, but I knew that I can't do those fancy motion graphics because of my laptop. So instead of trying to compete on that level, I decided to cut my coat according to my size and compete on the level at which my laptop can actually do. So what I was doing for my client then was I was just cutting his videos, removing the mistakes and putting titles and captions. That was all. I didn't do any motion. I added B-rolls and all those kind of things. I didn't do any motion graphics at that period because I knew my laptop cannot. So that was how I was able to fight through that limitation until when I was able to save up money to buy a new laptop. So for those ones that are doing, let me address some of us that use CapCut now. CapCut is a wonderful software for video editing, but it has the type of videos that it can edit with for. CapCut was made specially for places like TikTok, but it succeeds more for short form videos. It succeeds more for videos that just have captions, B-rolls, and some of all these and sound effects, simple. If you start trying to use CapCut, now let me give an instance. You are using CapCut and you are doing motion graphics with CapCut, which is great. There are many ways to do motion graphics on CapCut, but now you are competing for the same job that someone with After Effects that has much more capacity is doing. If two of you apply for the same gig, there is no way you as a CapCut person can do motion graphics better than the After Effects person. And that's a fact. No matter how much you feel that CapCut can do motion graphics, it can't do as much as the softwares that are actually designed from ground up for it. So at that point in time, you won't get any video gig for a motion graphics because you are running with CapCut. So this is where I would advise us to compete at the level that we are good in. So for example, on CapCut, you can do things like captions. You can do captions very well. You can put music very well. You can still make proper cuts very well. And there are people that are making excellent short forms that don't have motion graphics, but are still earning huge amounts of money with that. So what I'm advising in terms of everybody is to stay in your lane according to your capacity and become the best in that level that you are. Because if you know storytelling, you know pacing, you know how to do sound design very well, those things you can do them on CapCut. And if you do them better than every other person that does them in that space, you will eventually be able to compete best in that space of storytelling. If you are good with sound design, that should be your major pitch. If you are good with captions, that is your major selling point. Most of us, we don't even have an offer. If someone asks you, what do you do as a video editor? You'll be like, I'm a video editor. You don't have the niche. You don't even have a niche specific to you that you are proficient in. Me, I'm a talking head video editor. I don't collect vlogs. I don't collect shorts. I hate shorts. I'm not a shorts person. I'm a long form human being. Any video I do is long form. If you tell me you want to do shorts with me, I will tell you I don't want it. And that is because I know where I am. I know where my strength is, and I know where I can compete for. So I don't even apply for jobs that are short form in the first place because that is not my field. That's not my expertise. By the time I'm the opposite of James. Yes, James is fully a short form person. I saw most of his shots. Like where James is in terms of short forms, I can't compete. If me and James apply for the same gig, he will get it in terms of short form. But if it is long form, if it is talking head videos, long form talking head videos that they are teaching, mostly business videos, that is where I am good at, and that is where I compete for. And those are the kind of clients I outreach to. I don't just outreach because I want to outreach. No, you can't show. If you outreach to someone that does sports kind of content, and the only content that you've ever done are vlog content, and the person asks me, show me your portfolio, and you open the person's photo, and the person open your portfolio, and all he's seeing is vlogs, but it doesn't say anything that is related to his type of content that is sports content. The chance for him picking you is slim. It is true. And that is why it is better for us to, first of all, recognize What type of video editor are you? What is your niche, especially in video editing? And some of these limitations can actually determine who you are. For example, as I said, those ones that are CapCut editors that know that they can't do crazy motion graphics, they should not advertise themselves as a video editor generally. They should niche down as, I am a short form video editor that deals with podcasts into short forms. Like, let your whole outreach should be specific, thereby making it that anybody that is coming to your DM looking for a video editor, they already know the type of editor that you are, so they don't even disturb themselves if you cannot even do their type of edits in the first place. And I really feel when I started to do this, it changed my ball game because it helped me focus more. I know most of us now, we are looking for every video that we can edit, but I will say stay in your lane. What I mean by stay in your lane, stay at what you are proficient in, do it well. Then you can add another skill. For example, when I was doing only I didn't add motion graphics. When I finally got a laptop that was strong enough to do motion graphics, that is when I started pitching as a motion designer. I started pitching as a motion designer initially, then I got a gig to do an advertisement that is fully motion design. I did the advert, I got the money, but I realized that this advert, it was an Instagram advert, and I realized that this thing is not, I love motion graphics and I love pitching myself as a motion designer, but I don't think I can be able to do it well. I think let me just stay at my long form videos. And since then, I stopped collecting specifically motion design alone gigs. I can do it, but I'm not the best at it. So I don't even try in that aspect. So what I'm saying is, stay in your lane. Whatsoever limitation you find yourself, use that limitation to your advantage and be the best at your level until you can actually go above that limitation. So that is, if you realize where you are or who you are as a video editor, it will also help you be able to build your personal brand on social media as that particular person. So if you're a content strategist, let everybody know that you're a content strategist. If you're a talking head video editor, let everyone know that this is the type of videos I do. Because it is when you are niche, that's when you can charge more, because they know that they can't find someone better at podcast edits like you are. So let it be that your niche is irreplaceable. And in video editing, there are many niches. Some people only do video edits for TikTok. Some people only do video edits for YouTube. Some people is only long form. Some people is only short form. Some people is only B2B clients. Some people is only sports videos. Some people is only vlogs. Some people is only gaming. And that is what they pitch themselves out. And they become the best in that niche. And to the extent that people don't even find replace. There's a gaming video editor that I was talking with. His name is Sven on YouTube. He's earning $12,000 from video editing. He only does gaming content. He has only 3 clients, and these 3 clients are the ones paying him all together that is making him $12,000 in a month. They know that they can't find a replacement for him, because there are very few video editors that are gaming video editors that can edit his type of content the way he does it. So be the best at your niche. Be the best. See, I know we are all pitching ourselves as on our video editor that you will put, but at this particular point, we should start niching down. I had a VSL. If you know what a VSL is, video sales letter. The last video sales letter I did was like 4 months ago. Yeah, most of those gaming editors are gamers. So I had a VSL, and that VSL I was pitching for everything initially. And I realized that it wasn't working out. Now I've recorded a new VSL. I'm rebranding my whole portfolio, because I only work with talking head video clients, and I'm seeing that it's working for me. And those are the guys that are paying me, and I'm getting better at it because that's the kind of content I'm editing right now. And now I'm rebranding my whole portfolio into that. So I hope we all understand what I'm saying by using your limitations to Be the best at that level that you are, what you are good at, and niching down. Niching down is very important. Like Sir James now, everybody already knows that he's a short form editor. Nobody can argue it. No one can argue it. No, if I carry long form and give him, he will not collect. And that is how it is meant to be. I hope we all understand this aspect of niching down. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is building a presence, building a brand, building a presence. As I said, nobody will know your value if they don't see you. And I know most of us are shy. We don't want to. No, James knows how to outsource and employ video editors. Me, I'm bad at outsourcing. I'm bad at outsourcing. So what I do is presently is what I do is that if I get a new client, maybe maybe my present client is paying me $200 per video. If I get a new client that's paying me $300, $400 per video, I will negotiate with the $200 client and tell him, senior man, I've done a lot of work for you and I want to increase my price. And this is the value. This is what I want to do. That. Are you willing? If he's not willing to increase his price, I'll ditch him. I'll go for the $300. That's how me, I step up my game. That's just from my own experience. I step up my game generally like that. I know that I can build an agency, but I'm not good at that. I don't even plan to build an agency. People like James, they are very good at that. So I kind of stay in my lane, and it has helped me. It has helped me to build myself based on my capacity. So now building a presence, please, it is important that you show yourself on social media because you are a video editor. If there is nothing on your social media that says video, if you don't know how to even post video content or create your own video content, people will not trust you that you're a video editor. So most of us know the famous before and after, that you will do a before video and after video, and that's what you're posting. A lot of us, we only post 3 of that or 4 of that, and we didn't get clients, and we are like, I'm not getting clients, and you're thinking that was wrong. When you're a video editor, you need to have consistent work that you are showing that makes people realize that, okay, you are authentically a video editor, because you could be copying other people's videos and be posting. So in order for people to trust you, you have to build a presence. And that's why I said it is, once you start networking with other video editors, if you have video editors around you, let's say you have 100 or 200 video editors that you're following on Instagram or Twitter. I'm a pro Twitter person. Most of my things are done on Twitter. I want to start up a short form content stuff on Instagram presently. So once you start building that presence around Twitter and start showing yourself, gradually clients that have worked with other video editors will start to see you show up in their space, because you kind of always see people that you're following that are following others. So they kind of see you, and from there you get clients. But you have to post consistently your video edits. You have to have a consistent archive of video edits that you, like me, I post like 3 video edits or 2 video edits that I do almost every week. I make sure I post something, even if sometimes if I don't have any major video edits of that, I post another video edit that I've done before, or I challenge myself to work on something. And another thing is building authenticity is very important. So even as you are posting the edit itself, you need to show the behind the scenes of the edit. Things like recording yourself while you're editing. Anyone that is following me on my socials will always see that I post myself. I'll put my phone on a stand and have it record myself while I'm editing, and I'm editing for like 1 hour, 2 hours, and I will speed that whole thing up and post it on social media, and I'm showing my work. What I'm doing is, when a client comes to my page, he sees that I am working, and eventually when he sees my work, he'll be like, if this guy can sit down and focus like this and be working, that means he can handle my project. So whenever they see the behind the scenes of your project, how you did that project, or a breakdown of your sound design or anything, it shows authority, it shows expertise. And the more you pitch yourself as an expert, the more value you can be able to pitch out for yourself. So I am a pro person of building a social media presence. As a video editor, build a presence. The moment I started doing that, that's where I started to get clients. A lot of clients that I could be able to work with. So build your social media presence is not something that you should joke with. And this is a social media presence that you need to consistently be posting something about video editing. Don't be posting random things. It should be a professional place for you to post about video editing and building that brand itself. Now, personal branding and all those kind of things is a huge topic on its own. But I'm just touching some of the major things that we need to do that can help us get clients. Now, most of us will ask ourselves about outreach. I know a lot of us might be asking, how can I outreach? People like James, they are very good at outreach. They are very good at outreach. But here's my own perspective towards outreach. Your outreach will be very bad if your social media page itself is not good, if your presence is not good. I don't send portfolios anymore. I don't send portfolios anymore. Let me tell you why. That's my own personal preference, though. What I do is that if I'm outreaching to a client, I send him my best video edits that I posted on my Twitter page. Not the video edits alone, but the video edits I posted on my Twitter page. So I send him the link to my Twitter page. Now, because I posted that video on my Twitter, and other video editors that are following me on my Twitter saw the video and they were like, hey, nice video. Some of them don't even like the video. They are just telling me nice video, cool video. They'll just be commenting. So when the client it will make the client come to my Twitter page. So instead of him seeing it on my Google Drive that I'm just posting, some of us will just post to Google Drive. What I do is I will send the person a link to the video. And most of the videos are, when you're posting a video on your Twitter, it is mostly the interesting parts that you've cut and put into a short thing that you are posting. So he will come, he will see the video, he will see the amount of likes that are under the video, he will see the comments that are on the video. He will use that opportunity to see my profile. He will see my profile and see the things I am doing generally. And I bet it with you, most of the time, I used to sell a lot of clients by that. By just instead of sending them just my Google, they're asking me what videos have I done, and I'll send them my Google Drive link. If I show you now, there was a client I pitched out to. What I sent to him was video edits that I had posted on my X page. Why? Because it builds expertise, it builds authority. Because in their mind, they are like, if other video editors can comment that this video is great, and they are commenting good things about you, that means you are someone I can actually trust to work with. So that's what they call social proof. If you've heard about social proof, you are using a social proof of other people that are in your network to make yourself as an authority in that field, thereby making the client feel like, wow, he's an expert. I can trust him. Most of these big clients, they don't want to work with anyhow people if they can't see anything about you, if no other person can say something about you, they don't have. How will I carry $1,000 and pay a random stranger from another country that I don't know and trust him that he will execute on my videos? So it's not just about, even if my edits are not the best on the internet, but because I have built a value-based social media presence, it makes it that they are not looking for the best edits. They are looking for people they can trust. I repeat this. Most of the biggest guys are not looking for, they want people that they can work with for a long period of time. And if you don't have a strong presence online, they will feel like you can pitch out to people, but it will only be about money. Don't let it be about money. Don't let it be about money. There was a client I was working with. He was paying me $100, and gradually with time, he started to pay me $150, $200 per video. He started to increase because he started to see my value, and he felt like I was going to leave him because I am getting better. So what he was concerned about was, I used to deliver his videos in 3 days. Other video editors used to spend like 1 week to deliver his videos. He doesn't want the best video edit. He wants someone that can deliver and cannot give him excuses. And when he found me, he made sure that he kept me to the extent that he kept increasing my money just to make sure I stay. And I still left him. I still left him because at a particular point he couldn't afford anything more than $200. So I still left him. But what I'm trying to say in this essence is video editors should stop competing based on skill. Video editors should stop competing based on money alone. Video editors should start pitching themselves as valuable people that clients can trust. And for trust you, you have to have a social proof, an archive of something that shows that they can trust you. You have to have a social media following that can make it that if you scam them by mistake, they know that they can come to your social media and tag you that you scammed them or something. They just need to have something. But if you are invisible, nobody can trust you. So all they will be negotiating is money. It's just like they don't have any emotional connections with you. And that is why social media presence is very powerful. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about on outreach is what I call, this has been my strategy and it has worked for me for outreaches. I know Sir James might have covered outreach for a lot of you guys, but I'm going to talk about what I call video notes. Now, presently, there is no outreach I do that I don't attach a video note to. There's no outreach I do. I know we all know about value first outreach. I don't know. I just feel like most of us might know, because if you're in a community with Sir James, he might have showed you all those things. But how many video editors are doing value first outreach? You are not the first. And how many people are pitching out the same kind of value first outreach? And everybody is showing them a video. I've edited a video for you. I've edited a video for you. What can make you stand out is your personality. And that is why I value video formats very well. If I'm posting online, I don't just post tweets or something. I record videos and post. Let people see my face. I know most of us are face shy, but the more people see your face, the more they trust you. If I chatted up with you and me and you are talking about money, see, I won't take you that serious until we enter a call. Once I move you into the stage of call, things will start getting serious. Once I move from a normal call to a video call, it becomes more serious. The potential of you hitting a client when it is a video call than when it is on a normal chat-based level is more. So if you're on a video call with your prospect, there's higher potential. And that's the same thing in terms of outreach. If you send a normal email without anything or a normal DM, let me tell you, you won't get replies. You hardly get replies. But now when you attach something like value first outreach, is a step up of your game. You stepped up your game. You've edited a short video and you're showing them. And you are showing them some of your videos. When you step up your game again is by sending a Loom video. Now, I don't know how many of us know Loom, but you can use other platforms, but I mostly use Loom. So what I do is that in any job I'm applying for, I attach a Loom video to it. I was applying for a company last week. I don't know if I will get it. I pray I will get it. But one of the things that helped me, that made me know that it's possible I might get it, was that the guy's executive assistant was able to reply me. And what brought their attention to my email was I recorded a Loom video. And there's a reason why most of the companies that you apply for, I don't know if you've applied for general big companies like that, they will tell you, attach a 1-minute video and telling us why you're fit for this thing. There's a reason. The reason is because they are not looking for why you are fit is not the answer. They're looking for you. They are looking at your personality. They are looking at your face. And from your face, they will know whether you are confident enough. Is that confidence they want to see? And if you have that confidence, once you record a video, attach it as a Loom. If I was to share you some of my outreaches, you will see that my last 10 outreaches that I did, or my last 20 hours, I think I've done more than 20 outreaches in the last 2 months. Most of them, I attached a Loom. Some of them, They replied me and said, sorry, I love your video, I love your stuff. I can't just work with the video editor right now because of one thing or the other. Then I find a way to carry them to a video call where we can talk, because that's where I mostly hit the clients. Once I enter video call with you, sorry, you're sold. Like that. Video call, you're sold. Honestly. So, but one of the things I use, as I'm very confident on camera personally, and I use that to my advantage. Honestly, I use that to my advantage. Every opportunity I have, I will say, instead of sending, there was a guy I wanted to outreach to on Twitter. I couldn't go to his email. So instead of sending him, I just said, hey man, I did a video for you. And I attached the Loom link to that this thing, because I knew that there are many things I wanted to say, but I can't just say them on chat. So I decided to record a 2-minute Loom video explaining what I wanted to do for him. And I hit that client. I'm not working with the client anymore, but it was $100 video project. Every of his videos were around $100. And that's where the value of what I call video notes. This strategy is what I use personally, and it has worked. Once people can see that you are a real human being, they go to your social media presence, they see the authority you are putting there. They go around, once they can see that they can trust you, they don't care your skill. Some of them will believe that with time, you will sharpen your skill once they start adjusting things. But as far as you are someone they can trust, they will be sold by that. Trust is something that you have to show as something of your value. Anybody I am outreaching to, there are 3 things I used to tell them. I'll say, on my Loom video, I'll say, I know that you've been trying to work with video editors. Some of them, they don't meet up with deadlines. Some of them, you can't even trust them because they can't be able to do this. I pitch that as my value. That I can meet with deadlines. I pitch out my value that you can trust me. Those are the things I as my offer, as part of the things I'm going to do with editing. And that is what helps sell me. So I put it onto you guys as a roundup. I know the time this is already 2000. So I put it out to you guys. Don't just compete based on skill. Don't just compete based on money. Compete based more on value, and show yourself as the person of value by letting people trust you. Build authenticity. Build that relationship through videos, in terms of the kind of outreach you do, anything you do. Build that social media presence. And with this, with time, with consistency, you will surely build your brand and build your expertise as a video editor and break out from the limitations of Nigerian video editing space. So with this, I hope I've been able to share a lot of things for you guys to know and learn some of the things I've experienced. Most of the things I'm sharing are from my personal experiences. It might be different from your own experience, so take everything as a grain of salt. But I really want to now I'm going to open space for question and answers quickly. If you have a question, you can unmute your mic. Just raise up your hand if you have a question, so that I can quickly answer based on what you said. Okay. James raised up his hand. So why are you raising up your hands? Okay. You can unmute your mic. Unmute your mic and speak. Let me hear from you.
All right. Thank you so much for tonight's session. Yeah, it was really, really enlightening. Yeah. My question is, as regards the Loom outreach, I've considered that too, but my major concern was like what the plan I had, that okay is one of I'm currently using one outreach strategy, and if that's one, I'm like testing and figuring out, okay, what's the reply rate, response rate, success rate with this one. Where if it works, I stay with it and try other strategies, so that yeah, I can have a lot of outreach strategies in my arsenal. So the one of the outreach strategies I have is, okay, send a message and tell them, oh, I recorded a long video, would you like to see it? Something along that lines. So that if they say yes, then I'll now sharply quickly record the loom, because the recording video and then the client does not even see it at the end of the day. That stuff will be vexing me. Like, I just invested time recording this video, and at the end of the day, I'm following up with this client. I'm not even sure this guy who saw the video. So I'm like, oh no, that stuff takes time, and I'm just, how do you overcome that hurdle?
All right, sir. First of all, you need to reduce the friction it takes from your clients to see the actual offer that you have. You need to so that aspect of I recorded a Loom video, would you like to see it? And they will not reply. And then you not send it. It's too much of a friction. It's too much of a friction. So you need to reduce that friction. Now, I don't know, maybe it's me, but to record videos are not hard. So I have Loom on my phone, I have Loom on my laptop. So anytime I'm saying myself that I don't even overthink about it too much. I think me personally, that was one of the things that motivated me to buy a good phone. This phone I'm using is my phone I'm using as my webcam. Usually, anytime I'm recording Looms, I use my phone. That's because I'm using a Google Pixel, and the camera is good. Some of us are using iPhones or something. Even if your phone is not good, just carry yourself outside. Once there's enough light, recording yourself should not be difficult. Record yourself. You don't need to what you wanted to say on the email, all the major qualities, the values that you are trying to pitch yourself as on the email. Do that on the Loom. And once you have been able to record a Loom and send it for them, once they see your face, there is an emotional connection they start to have with you. If they like you, they will like you immediately from the Loom video. If they dislike you, they will dislike you sharp from the video. And that is why you need to see it's not that difficult. I think day before yesterday, I saw an email from the company I outreach to. They told me to send another email to one of their boss, and I saw that email around, I think 12 midnight or 1 midnight. I saw the email, and I was like, if that's I stood up from my bed, carried my phone on my light, recorded a 2-minute video with sleepy eyes, and I sent it for them. No matter how crappy the video is, it's far better. In my own opinion, it is far better than, though the annoying thing is that if your video is very crappy, it can actually paint a worse picture for you. But don't be scared. The more you get better at it, the more, let me show you guys something. I have a huge light that I'm using right now. I have a backlight that I'm using. All these ones, I bought them. But before I bought these ones, I have a ring light. This is where I used to record my Loom. I will put my phone here and record my Loom. The ring light is not working anymore. I have this light, if you can see it, and I have a smaller light. This one is on. I bought these ones, I don't know, 10,000 or something like that. I'm not joking with you. This is how I used to record my Loom before. I will carry these lights as it is, hold my phone, and record my Loom directly like this while I'm holding my phone. And anything that helps you, lighting generally makes a video better. So your lighting, your approach, don't overthink about it. Don't overthink about it. Write down what you want, the major points you want to say, so that you can, like me, I just used to say things from my head, but write down the major points you want to say and just be covering the points, end the video in 1 minute and send it. So I think one of our problems with especially video editors is we don't like showing our face. The more we get used to it, practice it. Like me, I am better with video content right now. The more we get used to it, the more you practice it, the more confident you'll be in front of the camera. And I bet it's you. There's something, I'm not going to lie to you, there's something video does to someone. There's an emotional connection. I don't do any call with any client if it's not a video call. I'll tell him, I will send him a Google Meet. I'm even subscribed to Google Advanced presently. That's because some of my video calls are more than 1 hour. And all these things is just because I want to make sure that I can be able to show myself to the client. So video stuff is very important. Reduce the friction, make it more easier to record a video. Find a stand like this type of stand that you can put on your table or anywhere that you can hold and easily record the video. Make things easier. Invest into these things. Start small. And I think, Sir James, I hope I've been able to answer your question. This is how I've been able to build myself. I think I've done more than 40 or 50 Loom videos right now. On my Loom this thing, I've deleted some of the older ones. If I show you some of my older Loom videos, you'll laugh at me. But now things have gotten more quality and I've gotten better with them. So Sir James, thank you very much. Sir Emmanuel, you are raising up your hand. You have a question, unmute your mic. Let's hear from you.
Hi.
Yes, I can hear you, but it's a kind of faint.
Yes, I can hear you, but it's a kind of faint. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you better.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. So I myself, I'm a video editor, content creator, motion designer. So my question is about myself and the company I'm with now. So I create design for them and I shoot video content for them. But in the aspect of creating value, I don't really think most of my videos are converting because we just, shoot the space and the product, but there's like no emotional connection there. We just take pictures of like nice looking food and the aesthetics of the restaurant and all, and the hotel and all the other services. But when it comes to, showing your face, human connection, like being a content creator, what all those other people do. I don't think I can do that. But what's your advice on how to push and sell the business further? Because there's nobody. We can employ a model or we can employ someone to come and be the face of the brand.
Okay, so if I understand, you have a company that you're working with, and you are the person there, you are the creative person there doing video content for them, right?
Yes.
Okay, and do you want to advertise the company or the place you are working, or do you want to advertise yourself as the video editor? Which of them are you trying to?
My job there is to promote the business and
Okay.
generate sales. That's the end goal. That was why I was hired.
Okay, so if that's the case, that means that means it is how much you package them and present them well for them to get more clients that is more important for you. Right? Let me be sure. I just want to be sure. Can you hear me? Okay. So, like in your own kind of case, if I
Can you repeat what
really
you just said?
okay, my question was that means what you are literally wanting to do is to find more clients for them. How can you be able to build a brand that can find more clients for them, advertise them, and build a whole social media presence for them as a company, right? I wanted to be sure.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. So in that case, it's not what you are showcasing is not your fancy. You don't really need fancy video edits, but what you need to do is pitch out that the major pain points that, for example, you said it's food content. So which means your ideal client, your target audience, sorry, people that are interested in that kind of food. And which means your brand, this one is completely you building your whole social media presence in a way that it can reach out to your target audience, which are people that are interested in those kind of food. And it's a whole content strategy on its own. It's a whole content strategy on its own. What I will advise is, number one, you must not show your face in those kind of videos, but you need to package. You have to have a good style of storytelling that can bring out a content that can build curiosity. Your mic is echoing. So that can bring out a content that can build curiosity for that kind of audience. So you have to be able to be good in storytelling. This whole thing is bigger than just video editing, but more of content psychology that you have to build in every of the content that you're trying to show off. And being consistent with it. For example, if you are always posting on Instagram, being consistent with your post of those kind of things will make the algorithm know the kind of audience that you are targeting, and thereby bring those kind of people to you. So you have to build curiosity, and that's why every of your edits should be planned, because you are literally planning the whole content stuff. So it's bigger than video editing, but it's more of content strategies. Do you understand? So you really need to learn the psychology of content to be able to actually get people to that you can convert your videos from just people watching to actual sales. And there's a whole process for that. So I hope I've answered your question. I might not be able to answer it deeply because I myself am not a content strategist, but I hope you've gotten an idea of what you can target personally. So I will. All right, thank you very much, sir. So I'm going to move to Kema Designs. You are raising up your hand. Please, if you're asking a question, please be fast so that we can. Some other people.
Sorry, good evening. Please, I want to ask. When you were talking earlier, from what I deduced from the things you said, you talked on value and all of that. But I want to know the place of skill in the level of these things. How important is skill? Because you didn't undermine it, but you just made it look like it is not the most important thing. So what is the level of importance that one should attach to skill, having the skills required?
All right, thank you very much for that question. It's very important. So skill is important based on what your offer is. So for example, if you are pitching yourself as the best motion designer, you have to be good in it. So at that point, I know most of us as video editors, we see something online, want to learn everything. We see speed ramps, want to learn speed ramps, want to learn motion design, want to learn color grading, want to learn. What are you pitching yourself at? As whatever you are pitching yourself as is what will streamline your focus, because video editing is broad. Like, it's broader than you think. It's broader than the normal social media that you're thinking about. So when you know what you are, you will know the skill to focus on and become the best at that major thing, so that when you're offering it to clients can see result, because they want to see that, okay, he said he's very good at vlogs, and he doesn't know how to do storytelling with vlogs. He doesn't know how to do sound design with vlogs. So every skill that you're learning should be able to help your vlog. Because, for example, vlogging now is, you need a lot of storytelling to be able to piece out you need to know how to cut and everything. So every skill that is important for a vlogging kind of content, you need to do that. If you are in the gaming niche, for example, you need to know how to use all those funny sound effects. It is a skill on its own. So every skill that is needed for the niche that you want, every skill that is important. As a gaming video editor, what concerns you with color grading? You don't need to be you can be good in color grading, but you don't need to be an expert in color grading. So there's no need for you to focus on color grading. You focus on only the tools. Like me, as a long form video editor, I focus more on scripts. I focus a lot on color grading because it's long form, and I focus a lot on the whole in pacing is my number one thing. Actually, pacing is my number one thing. Then motion graphics, because I do a lot of motion graphics. And these things are what help my own thing. I don't need to learn some other skills. So the skills that you need to master are the skills that are important in your niche. And that's why if you've not known your niche, you will end up learning everything and being a master of none. So it is important for you to, once you have niched down, to know where you are. If you are doing short forms, don't just be learning every kind of motion graphics. There are some specific skills that only short form content creators know, or video editors know. So those are the skills that you'll be able to focus on. Thank you very much, Kingdom. Kema Designs, is it Kema Design? Please unmute your mic and ask your question quickly.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. My question is that do you think it's okay for a beginner to use CapCut on mobile?
Yes, it is. Now, CapCut is getting better, and is getting not just like I've seen crazy video editors do things on CapCut. Don't downsize yourself because you are using CapCut mobile. Don't. And that's why I said what you find that CapCut mobile can do well. I think one of the things I noticed CapCut mobile can do very well are TikToks. It knows how to use a lot of those templates and captions. So, there are some templates that CapCut comes with. So if you are a good video editor and know how to do that very well, some clients, that is all they want. Some TikTok creators, some Instagram creators, that's all they want. Some creators just want cut my long form into short form and put captions. That's all they want. And if you know that you can do that on CapCut, pitch as that and do it to the best of your ability. So by that time, please, if you're using CapCut, invest in CapCut Pro because you are a professional. You are doing this as a professional self. DaVinci Resolve, I paid for the studio version of DaVinci Resolve $300. For me to now, I'm enjoying it. Some of us are using cracked version of After Effects and Premiere Pro. At a particular point, you will want to pay for those things, even though you're using cracked version, because you are a professional. And there'll be a time life will require you to use the professional tools that maybe those online tools or something. So pay for the professional tools that you need. Pay for the subscription. Like me, I have Envato Element subscription. I have Epidemic Sound subscription. I have Story Blocks. Those Story Blocks, I got it from my company. There are many things I've invested in. I've invested in some AI stuff for my video editing, just to speed up the work. So, and that's by the way, Shabo, as a CapCut editor, know what you can do it best, and pitch yourself out as that, because people succeed in it. So there's nothing that is limiting you from succeeding in it. Thank you very much. Ope should be the last person. Ope Mipo, sorry, I'm very bad with names. You can mute your mic and ask your question.
Hello.
All right.
Good evening. Sorry, I'm on the road, but I just had to hop on the class, so I might be a little noisy.
All right.
So yeah, I want to thank you. You said, but in the aspect of niching, which majority of us have as a problem, because we feel like we must make money, right? And we can do this, yeah, we can do this, we can do this, we can do all of this. So what in a company, and the role that you were employed is as a video editor, right? And the company today comes up and they're like, oh, we need talking head videos edited. All right. But tomorrow we need promotional explainer video. What do we do?
Oh, okay. So if you're working in a company that
I don't know if you get my
requesting
question.
different types of videos, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. No problem. So one thing you can do in that aspect is you know where your strength lies. First of all, when you started with the company, you have to also know what kind of content they are looking for. But if they are the type of content company that they generally just want a video editor that can do everything, the truth is that you won't be able to do everything to the best of your ability. You have a limitation. So there are two things involved. Any aspect of the company's work that you feel that you can't do to the best of your ability, either you pitch to them that you can't do it, or you employ someone to do it for you. So there are some edits I've employed someone else because I'm bad at it, but I needed to do it. There are some I will employ. There was a video edit that the person was requesting a specific type of color grading that was industry standard. I am good with color grading, but I'm not good with the deep color grading. I employed someone. I paid him was it $150 to do color grading throughout that whole video, and he sent it back for me, and I did the whole the main work. So what am I saying in essence? That if you find that you can, if they generally bring different kind of things, you can pitch out to them and tell them, sir, this is what I maybe if you guys had an agreement in the first place of the type of videos you're going to be doing, but also it would be a bad idea because they'll think that you're not an expert. So you can also outsource those things, find someone that is better at that aspect, let him do it. If the company cannot employ specific people, one person for talking head, one person for short form, if the company cannot do that and they are only putting it as you, because some companies, they have a head of content, then they will have other video editors in different fields. And that is what a normal company should have. But if you are the only major video editor they are pushing everything to, and you're not good at everything, you can have other video editors that will you can put out that work. And I will also advise that that kind of company, they should be paying you better than, I don't know how much they're paying you, but they should be paying you good for you to be doing that kind of variety of work. And if they are not paying you good, you need to start niching down. The niching down I'm even talking about is not majorly for your clients, but majorly for the people that you want as prospects into your. So make sure that who you're outreaching to knows the kind of videos that you generally do, and it's very important. So I don't know if I've been able to answer your question with that.
Yeah, you are. Thank you so much.
All right. All right. No problem. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for paying attention and listening to me. I might be a random guy, but also at least we've gotten to know ourselves, and gradually we are growing. All of us were growing. And my prayer is that in Nigeria, video editors will become more valued because we are very less valued, especially in this country. So please let us keep growing, and by God's grace, we'll get there. So thank you very much, guys, for your time, and hopefully maybe another time in future we'll have another kind of these sessions if time permits. So Sir James, do you have any last things to say before we end, since you're the host or conveyor or something?
Oh, I'm really grateful. I'm really, really glad we had this session. To be honest, before you even made mention that with the idea of this call, I actually wanted to get on the call with you one on one to discuss like your mindset around. I know originally we already had a call when we first.
Yeah,
I think the first week we
that
met.
time we're still
Yeah.
growing. Yeah.
So I wanted to have another call. And yeah, this meeting answered a lot of the questions I would have asked on our one-on-one call. And I really, really appreciate the time you devoted. I know you are very busy, you have a lot of clients work, you have other things to be doing, but you decided to share your knowledge with us, and I'm really, really grateful for that. Yeah.
Thank you very
Thank you
much,
so
sir.
much. Thank you so much.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So guys, the whole session was recorded, and in case you need the recording, I'm going to be sending the video recording because it was recorded all in video format. I'll be sending the link to James so that he can send it to anybody that was not here but want to also keep in touch with everything. And you can follow me on my socials also, Samo Visuals, at Samo Visuals on my Twitter, so that we can grow together as we are building our brand and everything. So thank you very much for this session. So this will be a roundup, and we'll call it good night, sir. So thank you very much for attending. I'll be ending the meeting now.